Hey guys, it's Sarah, and I am at my friend's apartment, filming, doing live, doing different stuff, thinking about research. But I thought I would go live and kind of talk about what I like about the paranormal. What I like about the paranormal is the fact that it's unknown. I like the fact of I like a consistency in my life, but that is the one thing that's just always captured me. That is the only aspect of uncertainty that just grips my heartstrings. There's always something new about it. There's always someone dying. There's always something new found. Like, even, like, if something, like, just the fact that science can possibly not explain it, like, there can be theories about it, but the fact that science can't explain some of it is just fascinating to me. The fact that there's stuff beyond belief. The fact that it's just unknown. I always like going somewhere and like I like that feeling of heaviness. If like I've heard it's haunted or I think it might be haunted, most of the time I get that feeling. Find out, like, I went to Mobile one time, and whenever I went to Mobile, I like could not sleep for the life of me, and I was like, I bet this place is haunted. Turns out it is. It's one of the most haunted places in Mobile, apparently. It was on a list. But I. It's not like I've had anything like extreme happen to me. Like, I've had a couple instances where I thought like I saw something or heard something or anything, and it just made me think, you know? And I hear about other people's experiences, or even like, like for one, my grandmother, her mom's dad died like a couple years before her, something like that. And she was 56 when she died. But my grandmother said that her mom had said to her that her dad had visited her and like had seen him, and he told her something, didn't know what, and she had died a couple months after that. And it kind of makes me think he told her, or it was maybe right after he died. I can't remember, but she had died like a couple years later. And one day she was sitting in the car with my grandmother, and she said, "Brenda, if they ever need you to pull the plug, or they ask you if you should pull the plug, let them. If I'm on life support, let them." And my grandmother's like, "That's odd." And my grandmother's mom had never told her what her grandfather had said, but it was up in opinion to me that possibly he came to her and said, "Vera, you're going to die. This is how you're going to die. You're going to be loved. You're going to be in a very better place. Your kids are going to be taken care of. They're going to be okay. But you're going to go." And that always kind of fascinated me, because it made me think, like, maybe, there is something, it's just kind of odd. Another thing is, like, I had heard stories about, like, people, like, also having positive experiences where, like, a loved one has, like, comforted them, like, if even if they hadn't seen them or anything, just being like, "I wanted to say goodbye," or "I wanted to say this," or "I wanted to say that," and it's just kind of like closure in a way. Um, I also like the fact of psychics, like, possibly being able to predict your future. Tarot cards, love it. Like, I do tarot myself, and I'm pretty well read in it, pretty well known about it. But I think about that, like, think about the aspects in that. Something like higher controlling, like, possibly it could be bad, it could be good, but I mean, I've never like felt horrible about it, and it gives a lot of people like a little bit of comfort. Some people are scammed by it, I will say that. Because there are some people, I think, with abilities to communicate with beyond, and they use it for profit. But I enjoy it. Like, I've talked to people that have, like, read my palm, have read my tarot cards, and it's just very interesting to me that something possibly could be talking to them from the beyond about it. Um, trying to think what else. Like, I'm not so much into creatures, I will say that, because I feel like a lot of that's kind of dark with, like, a lot of creatures. Like, I don't think Bigfoot is, which I'm also going to be trying to do a video on Bigfoot soon. Going to try to go to a convention for that too. Never really thought about that. But, like, I don't feel any bad association with, like, Bigfoot, but there are some creatures in, like, Mexico that I feel like are dark. Some in Japan that I feel like are dark. There's some stuff that I don't want to name that I think is extremely dark, but I don't know. Like, just my favorite aspects, I think, are ghosts, kind of like any kind of like magic are some of my favorite. If there's like any questions or anything, like, sorry. I just kind of think about there, being something beyond that possibly, my heart is just going to be comforted one day. Um, you know, like if, my mom ever died or something, I would maybe, I don't know, maybe like, a soul or something could come and say, hey, she's okay. Like, and some people have had, like, apparently had those experiences, and that's very comforting. Um, Another thing that I think is kind of cool, not possession's not cool, but like channeling, people who, as like psychics and mediums, have done like channeled stuff and they're able to tell people things. Like some of it might be BS. Like I honestly don't know, but like some of it seems really, as I said, comforting before. Now I did watch one case about like the girls who were trapped, and like a psychic had told the mom, like, oh, your daughter's dead, and like that kind of was, they could be wrong, because they're psychic twins, and they've admitted, like they might be wrong about stuff too, but like for like some stuff, like major stuff, they've been right about stuff, and that's kind of interesting, and it kind of makes me think. I really don't know. As for like, I guess different countries, like what aspects are my favorite? mm, Probably probably like the culture, like a Native American culture, because a lot of them will use different like herbs and substances in it. Um, they'll summon like Mother Earth, and that's just beautiful to me. Um, Also, their thoughts on like dream catchers, and like I know that seems like a very cliche thing, but the thing about dream catchers, like trying to get something to take off like bad energy from your dreams. I like that. I like the fact that of that, I guess. Also the fact that they do like a lot of healing with a lot of spiritual stuff. Like body healing, also like cleansing, saging, smudging with that. I like the fact that, they believe in a lot of like earthly things to get rid of like negativity. Because I'm a plant oriented person. Like, I love plants, I love the earth, I love hiking, even though I'm lazy and I'm chunky, I still like it. Um, I don't, that's that's just a lot of the stuff that I love, and there's not much more I can really say. Like, I just kind of wanted to try out Facebook Live for the first time, and for the one person watching this, I thank you so much. And if later on people watch this, give your input, stuff you love, your favorite aspects of stuff. But as I said, mine's probably just ghost, witchy stuff, tarot cards. None of it I will mark off as cliche, really. Like, another thing is I do like a lot of the Haitian voodoo kind of thing. That seems kind of cool, and I was talking about that on live. Um, because a lot of people associate that with like dark, but a lot of it's just to kind of communicate with the dead, and I mean that can be dangerous, but I mean I like some of it. I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's pretty much all I have to say, I guess. And yeah, thank you so much, and hopefully more people see this later. But